time for your Genesis SC Championship introductions. First, ladies and gentlemen, standing in my right fighting on the blue corner, weighing in 165 pounds, standing 5'11". Putting his 7-0 record on the line tonight, he's winning at New Orleans MMA. From us being Bay City, Michigan, heading to my left, fighting on the red corner. Weighing in 165 pounds, standing 5'11". Putting his impressive 15-7 record on the line tonight. He's represented by Team Jack fighting out of Clinton Champion, your reigning Jr.Welterweight Champion, Konnor Kuppe.
All right, Dom, cage is about to be emptied out with a 1 ref, 2 fighters wanting this title real bad.
I'm real curious as to how Jimmy's going to start this fight off.
Yeah, he's going to have to at least stand up enough to honor it for Konnor.
Well, he's obviously more aggressive.
Konnor's so aggressive. He's got to keep his chin down. That's the only thing I see with the karate guys is that chin's kept a little too high.
A lot of it is, I think the other thing is the way that they throw punches. I mean, granted, if you're strong, yes, you can come out with power. But they don't, well, I don't know about they, but him in specific, he's not engaging his hips.
Yeah.
He's not turning over when he punches. He's throwing a flurry, but I don't really know what's on it because there's no body behind
no body.
it.
This is just arms and shoulders. Yeah.
And it's like a lot of it. Like what I was taught early on is like when you punch from your quads and your thighs and your butt. The lower part of your body punches.
Ooh, that one went straight up the middle. This one I did see. That did not look good at all.
Well, it's easier to tell when everyone wears small shorts. You know exactly where the shot goes. When you wear the gladiator skirt, it's a little more
this one was
more
clean.
margin of error.
That was straight up the middle. That did not look good at all. Konnor's breathing this one out. The one thing to be concerned with is Jimmy. His breathing is very, very slow. He doesn't look like conditioning is going to be a factor at all today.
Well, he hasn't really. I mean, not to say he hasn't done anything, but he hasn't pushed yet. I mean, you've got Konnor who stepped in with quick, hard. Well, I don't know. Well, quick flurries with a lot of short punches. He appears to me. I mean, I've seen him fight before. Kind of. I've never really been this close and paid that much attention, but he seems to kind of pull his punches. Yeah. Like what you would get with a point fighter, where it's just make contact. It's not drive through the target.
Yeah, you got it. I absolutely agree, and he has the tendency to hold until he gets the one to load and to put into. But today he's gonna have to find a way to put a little bit more behind those punches if he's gonna want to stop the wrestling of Jimmy.
And it's good scoring. You're landing.
Yep.
You're scoring. You can win a round with it, but are you gonna get a solid knockout? I don't know. Are you really? Yeah. If he's got a questionable chin, but again, I don't know what Jimmy's tolerance is. I don't know what kind of chin he's got. I don't know what kind of punches he can take. I don't know what kind of damage he can take.
You got it. No, I absolutely agree. And I have a feeling this is a 5-round fight. We're gonna find out.
Yeah, and now if he can bite down and he can take those short, quick shots, and then he can use that to impose, or you've got Konnor who, when he does throw punches, he very much closes the distance. I think he doesn't punch at his range. I think he gets a little too close to what he should be. Like, I
steps into grappling range.
Yeah,
I agree.
When you should be, and he's not a short guy. He's not. He doesn't have a short reach. So I would think you would want to put someone at the end of your punches, especially a guy who has a wrestling pedigree. Yep. I want to keep him as far away from me as possible.
Yeah, you're talking about developing a strong jab, maybe a good left hook, some uppercuts to keep him honest.
But something to keep him back and something to keep him long.
Yep.
as opposed to closing that distance. Now with his kicks, he's doing that. With his kicks, he's keeping them at a safe range.
Yep.
But then he lunges in low, like right there. That's too close.
Yeah. He's coming straight into grappling range, and he's so far been kind of lucky that Jimmy hasn't been able to get that wrestling pedigree on him. But Jimmy's carrying his hands too low to be fighting a good stand-up fighter. He's gonna have to be cautious with those hands because those hands are too low.
Yeah, he's a little too relaxed.
Yeah, he is.
He's a little too comfortable.
Yeah, he's undefeated, and unfortunately, I think right now he feels a little bit like he can't be defeated, and that can be actually counterproductive. Confidence is good. This is a little too much.
I don't know, but now you're looking at a guy who in Konnor, what I'm seeing is I see someone who's not. He doesn't seem to be as confident in his shots. He doesn't seem to be like.
Yeah.
He doesn't feel.
Wow.
Now that was solid. Now we're on top in a good position.
Yeah, out wrestled the wrestler right there with a nice lateral drop. And right now, Jimmy, I don't know how comfortable he is on his back. He's not used to this.
He's up and nice transition. Nice spot.
Yeah, this is where it's going to get interesting. Konnor's going to be up kicking. Jimmy's going to want to get in. The question is going to drive right into guard. Why do they always do that?
And pass. No, he jumped.
Pass.
That was a
He
nice
did pass.
That was a nice setup. He masked the right hand. He landed in an open half guard and passed immediately. That was very
that was
good.
not bad at all.
That was good positional awareness to know to make that transition.
Yep.
He needs to get an underhook on his right side. He needs to not let Konnor have the underhook on the left side, or on Connor's left on his right.
Short time. How do you have this one, Dom?
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead with ring generalship and with aggression, and I'm gonna give it to Konnor. You know, just because you were put on your back for the last 15 seconds of the round does not mean you lost the round. You were holding the middle. You were more aggressive. You landed more shots. Granted, they weren't power. They weren't damaging shots, but you did put forth a stronger effort.
I would have to agree with that. As of the first round, it was not a clear-cut round, but it was, to me, I'd say same thing. Konnor, first round in the books.
Yeah. I mean, and it's a judge's perspective of what happened, but
Absolutely.
You know what? You've got shots landed.
Yep.
You've got holding the middle.
Yep.
And you've got a takedown. Granted, he got reversed, but you've still got active offensive attacks. And when he was down, he didn't take any damage. So,
not at all.
So being on top and not doing anything doesn't really score you that way. You know?
No, not really. Breathing for both guys. It's running pretty much back to normal.
I think what Konnor needs to do, though, is I think he needs to engage his hips. I think he needs to punch longer. I think he needs to put more on it. I think he needs to stay away from that short hook that he keeps throwing when he wants to throw his hands, and I think he needs to throw long, straight punches.
Yep, I agree. And Jimmy is going to have to put his hands up because at some point he's going to get in trouble for keeping his hands this low.
Yes, but for not getting hit, I can see how that's coming. Like, I can see where he's coming from. There we go, like a nice long straight jab, a nice long straight right.
Should have doubled that up, and we'd be happy with him.
I think he needs to stop taking 2 steps to every kick, and he needs to start doing something quicker because he's not so much telegraphing, but it's just taking too long to get there.
Yeah, I would have to agree, and especially, right now you see Jimmy starting to pick up that leg kick, which is going to alter and make it a little bit more difficult for Konnor to put those kicks in.
The thing I do like is that Jimmy looks very relaxed.
Whoa.
He looks very composed, and he's got the single.
Yep. Jimmy's on top,
and he's in a good position.
Yeah, this is a really good position. Last time he got reversed from here. Question is that going to happen again?
And he's not close enough. Oh, he's got a nice position.
Wow.
He's got him in a nice spot. That was a very smooth transition. He put him right where you wanted him, and now he's got a good dominating position.
Yeah, and this is one of them positions that if you watch yourself, you'll get stuck here wasting an awful lot of energy, or you'll even lose the fight.
Well, it's a hard thing to get out of, and to be on top.
Job.
When you tie someone off like that, I mean, granted he's not there, but when you tie someone off like that, it's not hard to beat him up. It doesn't take any energy from you.
Yeah, no. Konnor worked hard. He got his half guard. He's not locking down the leg, but he is holding it.
And you know what? Like I said, and that's good. You know, I was about to say what he needs is he needs an underhook on that left side, and he got that. And now he's working his way towards getting his guard back. I think he needs to establish his guard before he starts trying to do anything. I don't think he's in a position where Jimmy's off balance enough, and there he goes.
Yep. One thing I got to say about Konnor: great armbar, great straight armbar. You leave your hands out, he'll take him. He'll take him and he'll break him. So one thing for Jimmy, he's going to have to watch those arms. Great triangle, great armbar from Konnor. He's going to have to watch out for. Both guys breathing through open mouths, which is common.
Yeah, I think he doesn't need to play from an open guard from there. I think if he's trying to he's not really trying to work to shift his hips. There we go. It's a little bit of work. It doesn't seem like he's in a position where he should be in an open guard. I understand.
Close it to get ready.
Well, because he's posting on the hip, but he's not taking his angle, and then he's just getting hit.
Yeah, I agree. Like, he was not in the spot. Right now, he can get past without any effort at all. Close up that guard until there's an opening.
See, he's got a nice now. He's
that's why he got past.
Because he's playing an open guard game, but he's not moving his hips.
Yep, I agree, 100%.
He had an inactive open guard.
Yep. Yeah, you need to lock that guard up until you're in a position to do something with it.
Well, it's like, you know what? It's one of those things. Actually, we've been going over with Mike Hernandez that's been up training with us, and the big thing we've been telling him is like, look, you have to make a decision.
Yep.
You have to either play an active open guard or you need to pull him in and close. But you can't.
Not a little
keep
bit of both.
Jumping between the two.
Yep.
Either you're trying to stall out to get the stand up, or you're trying to work your hips. And if you don't want to make an active offensive attack, there's nothing wrong with tying someone up and pulling them in.
And especially, the promoters and the crowd, they want to see a lot of action. If you lock someone down in full guard, you are going to get stood up unless they spend an awful lot of energy getting out of there.
Yeah. I mean, really, and the way he's playing his guard, it's making it very easy to pass. Without actually working a pass. He doesn't have to work his hips. He doesn't have to push down. He doesn't have to posture. He just has to wait for Konnor to move, and then he just hops over the open leg.
Yeah, Connor's breathing much faster than Jimmy at this point.
I gotta say, Jimmy looks very relaxed, very composed, very confident, and very fresh.
Yeah, he does. This is the catch, though. Right here, right now, is where Konnor's going to have to find a way to get a second level. He's going to have to find a way to put that right cross in the bank.
Oh, nice right. That wobbled him.
Nice.
And I also think that now Konnor's coming out in a traditional stance. He's no longer in southpaw, which means either I don't know much about the guy, which means either he was trying to come out southpaw to confuse him or throw him off.
Oh, deep guillotine. Nice. That's deep. Yeah, I saw that one come on, and that was so deep.
It was a solid setup. It was a nice combination. I got to say, Jimmy's got he's very composed. He's very fluid, very smooth. Especially at the level he's playing at. I mean, I kind of see that's someone that's kind of above where he is right now. And granted, he's young in the sport and it's all experience, but I'm going to go ahead and say that, at the level he's playing at the level of competition here, especially, with local talent and all that, with not that huge of a pool to pull from, he may need some tougher competition.
Absolutely. Well, and especially, iron sharpens iron. And here is Phil the Voice Davey with the decision.
How's your hardware you got there? How's it feel?